Halo. Terus malam-malam kita lanjut ya. Game kemarin kita lanjut. Tentang apa nih game? Tentang pembunuhan sih kayaknya. Misteri sih. Misteri. Belum tahu. Kemarin gua main misteri. Masih misteri ini, misteri. Masih belum tahu ada apa. Gila, gue sekarang malas banget Mobile Legends.
Looks like I'm headed to room 507.
Terus memang sih. Maybe it's not a room my could be. Oke, kita langsung ke kamar 507. Jadi kemarin kita udah nyari pesan dari Miss A. Ya, Bu. Jadi sih masih bisa kah? Masih kayaknya, coba aja tes.
Let's get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together.
Baik. Bentar. Oke. Kamar mandi. Apa nih? Korek api. Buat apa?
Looks
Coba
like
tes, bisa nggak?
someone grew tired of looking at your face,
Just
Mr.
real tired of
Bullhead.
looking at my face.
He's all but outright threatening you.
Bet you damn.
I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
Really don't. Oh. Apa lagi? Nah, lipstick kah? Lipstick.
A lovely shade of lipstick.
R. Tidak bisa. Kok nggak bisa ya? Coba tunggu dulu. Nah, tuh naik board aja baru nongol. Sabar dulu, sabar.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Agen asuransi, wih.
Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean?
Plus 24. Oh, kehalang. Oh, kehalang. Oh, tibe, anjir. Wih, kretek nih, kretek. Mungkin nggak bisa. Aku apa aku kata ya? Cari apa di sini, boy?
You almost look like
Oh, ini
Marcella.
Marcella waktu kecil. Ya,
You almost look like Marcella.
Bunun kan? Michael. Kan mau stream live?
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing. Did Marcella send this?
Lah. Lu. Mana kok emang udah main lagi? Tadi sempet satu game kalah. Asli loh, gue mainnya kok kayak ini ya? Kok season kali ini kayak yang di Legend gue matchmaking sama yang kayak GM gitu ya? Kenapa ya? Yang aslinya, yang begonya tuh asli bego parah loh. Oh gitu ya kali ini. Season kali ini.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
Tahu
So
kenapa sih?
husband can
Iya kan?
abuse his
Dan
wife
kali ini
and
kayaknya
just
parah banget ya.
get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Season kali ini kayaknya matchmakingnya aneh. Adam Eve.
Bridget Boswell. Didn't I see that name somewhere earlier?
Ih, gue gak ngerti kan.
Funny how some games
Ngobrol aku
really
nanti,
stand
ayo.
the test of time.
Habis live ya.
I used to play this with Mom all the time. Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Bang, apa ini bang? Apa lagi?
Locked. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Oh, kunci lagi. Apa lagi? Kereta. Kunci lagi. Tuh. Gue pakai akun yang just key. Ya, ada nggak ya? Masih ada nggak ya? Akun yang just key. Itu di belakang. Itu di belakang. Set.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. Ah, that's so sweet. I didn't do much.
Tuh kunci di
but
mana ya?
I'm glad it meant something to you. That
Like,
look in
you
your
don't
eyes.
even want to.
What does it mean? And who's this from?
Anjir, mana ya? Tidak. Gak bisa ya si Streamlab ya? Wah,
Aha! Keys
Ah, ini
are
dia.
Snoop's best friend.
habis itu ada game ini.
Sounds like
Misteri.
this is from your
Solving
school
puzzle gitu.
days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Solving puzzle gitu.
I'll need another
Ah.
key to unlock this.
Ah,
Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
harus nyari satu lagi. Aduh, tuh. Ah. Ah. Sepi banget ya sekarang udah nggak kayak dulu. Iya biasa. Biasa. Coba kalau judulnya diganti giveaway. Rame. Hari ini gue mau giveaway. Rame. Mau langsung so ingat aku nggak bang? Ya. Bang masih ingat aku nggak bang? Mana ya kunci ya?
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Udah dong. Nah, tuh. Mungkin dong. Kan? Gue benci banget nih kalau udah nyari-nyari barang gini. Kunci. Timbak tuh. Ah, mana weh? Woi, doang ngaruh ini mah.
I shouldn't put it back yet. I might still need this.
Weh, mana ya? Hah? Anjir. Gak bisa ya? Eh, wait. Bentar ya, gue cek dulu ya. Buat tes, bisa nggak? Buat tes. Muncul ya? Asli gue nggak ngerti di mana weh. Is there thing? Okay. Well, should be easier now that I know. um, like, yeah. Oh, masih belum nongol ya? Oh, kan. Coba udah nongol belum? Coba di refresh. Coba tanah seru JTC. Nah, tuh kan. Bisa. Oh, kan. Nah, jadi beda apanya tuh? Apanya beda, weh? Beda. Iya. Oh, profile. Anjir, gua nggak nemu. Serius. Tolong.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Tuh.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Oh, iyalah belum ada lagi.
Bridget Boswell.
Belum ada
Didn't I
orang
see
lain.
that name somewhere earlier?
Weh, asli weh, di mana kuncinya?
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Invest all lah.
I should bring that back to my cart.
Dari Ohio. Gak berani.
おはようございます、お兄ちゃん。
Ohio guys. Asli gua gak ketemu kuncinya loh. Ini amat weh. Ya. Padahal gini banget weh. 10k ya. Tau. Apa aja. Oh ya 10.000. Aduh ibu. Ibu.
Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before? In a safe?
Was that this safe?
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
5. Ini kah?
Ah, there you are.
Oh iya.
There you are. With Marcella.
Oh iya, di kalung.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've
Coba
been
bentar,
meaning to
oke.
speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like we were on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Affair?
Bingo.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
I think they're having here.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here. Didn't I see a plaster bag near the stairs earlier? Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
Back.
Didn't I see a plaster bag near the stairs earlier? Wait, Sophie, you don't need these. Be careful. It's a slippery slope towards becoming a hoarder. Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the
Well, the
candles,
doesn't-
doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs? I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement. Okay, Sophie, back to the basement. Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
Terempat. Oh, gitu guys.
I should start by checking out Rebecca's locker.
Bebek. Oh, Wait.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it? Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Oh.
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room. That must be the location of Rebecca's stash. Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break. It's locked. Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room. I'll need my keys to unlock the laundry room. Gotta hold on to these tight. It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
No, candle.
Stash uncovered. Got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Beth is around. Ooh, is this a movie script? Beth will know what to do from here. Let's see if Beth is around.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Eh?
Have you done this before? You're a real pro. Now, time to put the key into the wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold
Hold
really
on.
takes form.
That's not what's next.
Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold. All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
What? I'd never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Thanks.
What do you like to draw anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look! I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Alright, go back.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out. Back to 507 to try this key double. I hope it works. Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Oh, shoot. Damn it. It's stuck. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black.
I need to figure out 2 of 5
Alliterative name will surely take you back.
later.
These two sure love their riddles. SW. Looks like you had a few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz. Or her. I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But I'm no lieutenant, so... Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Apa ya? Membingungkan.
Someone's been sleeping here. I should leave it as it is. These pearls, they look absolutely gorgeous on you. Though, I bet you could make anything look good. No combination, no entry.
According to one of the lessons test,
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Selamat kali ini. Iya. Bingung gua. According to one of the Marcella. I need to figure out what. Apa ya? Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
I should wait till I have more to report before calling Beth.
Tak ngerti aku. Astaga. Oh ini, bukan.
A cat named Greta. G-R. A cat named Greta. G-R. So GR from Greta and IS from Doris. Agree? Could
Greece?
that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try.
Kodenya kah? Oh iya.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella? Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected. I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise. So the symbols I've been deciphering, you invented them back in the day to keep your love secret. That feels really special. I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story. Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
Me? Disregarding someone's privacy? Of course I did.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Or have we been bad influences on each other? I guess we'll never know.
So, what's in it?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
Remember that Pulp Fiction I found in Paul's room? Well, she wrote it under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that. That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, alright? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
So gue ngapain ni? After looking inside Monster's chat browser case, I think it's on place. But animals still arranged to be here. Okay. Beres, katanya beres. Oh, I see. Go back. You know. Kok ada darah? Hah? Kok ada darah? Uh-oh. Dibunuh dong. Siapa yang mati? Si Bernard.
Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
10.000 Marcella Cruz.
Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Hah? Anjir. Dimulai ini horor anyway.
I have to get the power back on.
Ada yang mati ya tuh.
fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. I have to get the power back on. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. I have to get the power back on.
Take it.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. It's too big. I guess I'll need something. Might need this to restore power. It's too big. I guess I'll need something
Bukan dong.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Jadi gua buka pakai apa?
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. I don't think there's anything here that would help me. Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box? Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box. Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. It's too big. Get that worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Halo.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Lima belas.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do. How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code.
Lima belas. 25. 30 udah benar. Oh ini, oh. Hah? Oh, benar.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Eh,
These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here? Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace. 9:45? So, looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise?
ke lobby dah perlu.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Mana cara gua ke lobby? Marcella yang bunuh kah?
Hello? Is anyone in?
Coba ke lobby.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Phone. I need a phone.
Beth.
Beth? Where is everyone?
Ini.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby. But the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police. Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel. Is this the brochure Beth was talking about? The one that came in the mail for Anne? The West Coast. That's about as far from Montreal as you can get without crossing an
Jadi
ocean.
nebak pembunuh siapa ntar? Itu dia.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body. Do not touch. It could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Ugh. Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep them apart.
Beth.
Oh, you know. You know. I've been with a woman before. Ziva Rivers.
Oh, ini hubungan
Photographer in
Facebong.
New York. We were together for a while and I was so in love. It was like a fire rain couldn't put out. I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last. But while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank you for
Masa pembunuh
trusting
si
me
Anne?
with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I feel the same way or
Okay.
not.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I mean, you have a lot to think about already. I don't want to add to that. The police is here.
Kayaknya dia pembunuhnya deh, ya nggak sih?
Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah.
Salah-salah,
Yeah.
salah-salah Stolf yang ditangkap.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry.
Terus.
I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509
Habis ini
when
asas kita
I heard the
main
elevator bell ring. Again
Mobile
and
Legends.
again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing
Anjir,
with the
gua nggak
dolls. So I
meeting
went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Aduh, ini nggak boleh salah jawab nih.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't.
Jujur
Only
deh.
Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
No. No, nothing.
That's weird. It sure looks like someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint analysis comes in, won't we?
Aduh,
So, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I've been thinking. Yeah.
I just assumed. What with all the blood.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
She's having an affair. But it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now they...
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance.
Cerita.
Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Wait.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you.
Iya,
I
nggak
think you
pernah.
know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Balik ke hotel.
Bernard was
You don't?
strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing?
No.
I'll need a mop to clean the puddle. With all the leaks, I'm sure there's one nearby.
No.
I have to clean the puddle by Bernard's office. Bernard's probably in his lair.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
Loh,
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
But
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. You've been quite the disappointment. Unclean rooms, several complaints from guests. I may have been too busy to notice it before, but now that it's staring me right in the face, I cannot continue to ignore it. You're fired.
What?
Exactly. You can't fire me. Like, wait.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad we're friends.
Me too. What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
But that will be tapi oh, ini kan kalau di nah, kena good ending gak sih? Good good ending kayak harusnya good ending lah ya. Yang gue keluar dari kota itu gue dapet kerjaan baru. Ini endingnya macam kan pilihan. Oke. Selesai deh. Ya, 4 jam. Kemarin 2 jam, hari ini 1,5 jam. Kayaknya kayaknya bisa membuat. Jadi kalau kita jawab salah, kayaknya kita juga bisa dipenjara. Oke lah kalau gitu. Basic game. Cuma harus ya tipikal game-game misteri. Oh. Oke guys, kalau begitu gue end aja. Thank you yang sudah menemani. Thank you so much. Ketemu lagi next live stream. Bye bye.